From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
I'm Joe St. George on Capitol Hill. How costly was this government shutdown, the longest in American history? We add up the numbers.
I'm going to be everybody's mayor. I'm going to do my best to be the mayor that everybody wants me to be.
With the votes now counted, what Billings' new mayor-elect is planning for the Magic City.
Get the herd healthy, the people healthy, that's the plan.
And the importance of meat across the reservation. How the bison herd is helping make a difference to communities in a time of need. Those stories and much more coming up in the next hour. Good morning and welcome back to Montana This Morning on this Wednesday, November 12th. I'm Charlie Klepps, filling in for Haley Monaco, here with Miller Robson.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Good to see you, Charlie.
The story yesterday is the beautiful sky and honestly pretty nice weather.
Absolutely. Turned out to be a gorgeous day yesterday, warmer than average. We're still going to maybe be a little bit cooler today, and then we may see at least flirt with some records in the next few days, and then we have a cool down heading in for the weekend, and especially the early part of next week. But another big story, the Northern Lights, big solar flare, big blast there.
That's so cool.
I call my buddy Brian the Aurora Whisperer, the Northern Lights Whisperer, because anytime the Northern Lights are out there, I can always count on Brian to go out there and get a photo. And he got a great shot last night. But check this out. He also got a shot of Starlink.
Wow.
The train there. Yeah, so nice shot there with
with
the Northern Lights there in the background there. So Brian, thank you so much for going out there and I say taking one for the team. He always goes out there and does good for me there, bud, because I never get to see it. I'm always in bed.
I took an astronomy class when I was in college, and we're getting way off topic, and I think that stuff is so cool.
It's phenomenal. It is really fantastic. We're so blessed to live in this part of the country where we have a better opportunity to see those Northern Lights, although this one pushed way down south, too.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at what's going on with the almanac yesterday. Another warmer than average day, almost 20 degrees above the norm. Our low of 40. Well above average as well, and we're still going to see those warmer than average temperatures today, maybe a little bit cooler, but tomorrow and on Friday could be flirting with records. Now, it's been a dry month. We do have some moisture heading our way maybe tomorrow, or actually as we get into Friday. Not a whole lot of accumulation off of that, but as we get into the early part of next week, there's a chance, maybe a better shot of more widespread rain and snow, and not only in the mountains, but here in the lower elevations. Right now, we've got temperatures in the 30s, even some 40s, even some 20s over to our east. Our day planner today here in Billings, trying to get up to about 63 with a good bit of cloud cover, but we will stay dry. So 50s and 60s for highs today, a little warmer tomorrow and Friday, and then double dose of cooler air coming in. How will that affect the area? We'll talk about that coming up here in just a bit.
Awesome. Thanks, Miller. Appreciate it. The House is set to vote as early as this afternoon on a measure to fund the government. As of Monday night, the Senate broke the stalemate, passing a bill to end the longest government shutdown in American history. 8 members of the Democratic caucus split with the party, voting with Republicans to support the package that will fund the government through the end of January. The measure would also extend funding for SNAP benefits for a full year and reverse shutdown-related layoffs of federal workers. But the deal does not include an extension of the Affordable Care Act tax credits. That's the issue that's at the heart of the deadlock.
Tens of millions of Americans are about to experience dramatically increased health care costs. In some cases, their health insurance premiums will increase by $1,000 or $2,000 per year. That is unacceptable. It will be unaffordable for working class Americans, middle class Americans, and everyday Americans.
The amended bill still needs House approval. As of yesterday, the Trump administration has also ordered states to undo steps taken to restore full SNAP benefits as legal challenges move through the courts. With the House expected to vote as early as this evening on legislation to reopen the government, what has that cost over the 40 days of government inaction been to the country and to our economy? Our Joe St. George reports.
From confusion over food assistance and long lines at food banks.
We don't have the money to buy something that we would want.
To travel headaches at airports.
Ridiculous that I feel like everybody's being held hostage.
To federal workers going without pay.
I'm nervous for my fellow employees. I'm nervous that their funds are running out.
The 2025 government shutdown has been historic.
It will be the most expensive shutdown in history.
Wendy Edelberg knows something about shutdowns. She helped calculate the cost of the 2018-2019 shutdown when she worked at the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office as chief economist. She's tracking the impacts of this shutdown too, which is estimated to cost the economy anywhere between $10 to $15 billion.
The part that we never get back is the work that these federal workers should have been doing if they had been on the job.
Edelberg says when federal workers receive their back pay, SNAP food assistance benefits are paid, airports return to normal, and the federal government begins buying again, the economy should rebound in the weeks to come. However, she fears the impacts of this shutdown may linger because of a demoralized federal workforce.
If you have basically kneecapped the federal workforce, then you can see, a less productive federal government going forward.
There has also been a political cost to this shutdown. On October 1st, the approval rating for Congress was 28%, according to Real Clear Politics polling average. As of November 10th, it has dropped to 18%. That could affect politics in next year's midterms. And then there are the healthcare impacts from this shutdown not yielding any health insurance policy changes. Expiring Affordable Care Act subsidies at the end of this year are projected to result in 4.2 million Americans dropping coverage because premium costs are too high. KFF, a healthcare policy group, estimates that Obamacare insurers are raising premiums 26% on average. Joe St. George, Scripps News Group, Washington.
Yesterday marked a special milestone for us here on Montana This Morning, alongside Family Service and Master Lube, all teaming up for the 35th annual Turkey Tuesday. Demand is higher than ever as local food banks feel the strain of the ongoing government shutdown, leaving some families without federal food assistance. As our Hannah Pettiferi explains, for many, Turkey Tuesday is more than just a meal, it's a lifeline.
It all began at the crack of dawn in the Q2 parking lot.
Thank you to everybody who's supporting Family Service, supporting your neighbors in need.
The turkeys were moving, and Family Service Executive Director Ryan Kramer helping unload turkeys for Turkey Tuesday.
I think it's times like this actually where it is more joyful, and we do get so excited because we do see what the community does for families in need.
The traffic was flowing steadily throughout the day.
I just think a lot of people need help.
Across Billings, we had drop-offs at Master Loop in the Heights and in the West End on Keeg Avenue, where Lori Claxton was out making a donation.
There's such a need in Billings right now. It's really sad to have all these people without food.
Lori's been donating every year since we started, and she knows there's a need.
We know people that are going without food. At least get them through the holidays and help them out. That would be one less thing they have to worry about.
Dick Olson is another helping hand in the community.
I can afford to do it, and I had friends help me. We did the same thing last week, and we had another truckload of food downtown, and it makes you feel good.
And he wants to make sure everyone has food on the table for the holidays.
If you don't have food, you're very hungry, and it doesn't make for a good holiday.
And how that need is greater than ever.
We've seen an increase of about 25% usage in our client choice food room. In October, we saw about 160 families coming in on a daily basis, and now we're seeing a little over 200 families.
That was our Hannah Pettiferi reporting. Thanks, Hannah. And thanks to your generosity, we collected 1,000 frozen turkeys, a lot of toys, and about $10,000 in monetary donations. Well, after a nail-biter of a race, Billings has a new mayor. Mike Nelson narrowly beat Jennifer Owen and now says his focus is clear, boosting the city's economy, safety, and quality of life. We are hearing from Nelson for the first time since those results became official. I spoke with the new mayor on how he plans to keep the Magic City going forward.
There's Mary right there.
Yeah. There's memories on every page.
There's Michael Lewis. You wouldn't guess it by his long, wavy hair.
Of Mayor-elect Mike Nelson's senior yearbook from West High.
Born and raised here, born at Billings Clinic. It was called Deaconess Hospital back then.
A city that holds his best and worst memories from early failed elections.
But the one I really wanted, which was senior class president, I lost by 7 votes to a guy that's still here in Billings. And I think I owe him the money on a bet.
to first jobs turning into first loves.
We met at an old restaurant in the Rimrock Mall called Bojo's. He was a cook and I was a waitress. So we had our first date on August 8th of 1976, and we've been together ever since.
It was on their third date that Nelson's wife, Judy Pavlaitis, got a taste for his ambition.
He very proudly announced that he wanted to be President of the United States.
So not quite the president, but Nelson was on the right side of this close election, now officially elected as the Billings mayor.
I've always wanted to be a good neighbor. I've always wanted to help this community progress and move forward.
Nelson says he wants to focus on economic vibrancy, public safety, and quality of life, but also aims to make city council more accessible.
It's my desire to take the council on a bit of a roadshow. Let's start having council meetings in different parts of the town and in different wards so that it's easy for folks to get there.
A vision for going forward from one of Billings' own.
And even when times are down, when times don't look good, he always puts a positive spin on it. So I know that's exactly what he'll bring to the city of Billings.
And in his first act as mayor-elect, Nelson stopped by our Q2 studios bright and early and brought one of those 1,000 turkeys to our parking lot before the sun even came up. We appreciate you coming over, Mayor Nelson. On Tuesday, Veterans Day, 65 Huntley Project students took part in a 53-year-old tradition in honor of those who have served. Sixth grade students from Huntley Project schools paraded down Main Street in Warden yesterday alongside veterans. Former VFW post commanders Cliff Holmes and John Cocrosa both participated in the gun salute and have done so for all of the parade's 53 years. All involved say the work that went into preparing for the event was well worth it.
Doing this parade shows that anybody at any age can show how much veterans mean to everybody.
There seems to be a lot more kids here recently. I'm glad to see that. It kind of, fills your heart a little bit that they take the interest that they do in their country and the flag in that.
The students practiced for 2 weeks, often in cold and windy weather. A Veterans Day luncheon in Crow Agency is shedding light on the importance of meat distribution on the reservation. The Crow Tribe's bison manager says the luncheon served as a celebration for those who fought for them. Further, organizers say the event shows how bison management plays a big role in distributing both bison and elk meat across the community, some of which was served yesterday. With the recent lapse in SNAP benefits, they say distributing meat has helped to keep families fed.
Everybody needs to come back to doing community events, hosting stuff like this, embracing the veterans for everything they've done, and it just brings the community back together,
Ben says he has taken steps to grow the herd back to more than 1,000 head to continue to keep the tribe fed for generations.